Welcome to Friday, guys. First on the agenda is to talk about Monday. So, Kane unfortunately can't continue with us any longer. He's too busy and focusing on school and stuff. So, we are looking for a new Monday guy. Auditions are open again. So, either post a video in response to this one or Cade's from Tuesday. Either one's fine. All we really want to know is something about you, kind of introduce yourself. Unfortunately, having someone join this far in already means that you won't be able to get to do an introductory video like the rest of us did. So you'll have to sort of squeeze that into the first video that you do. But instead of doing that, you can totally use the video response as your introduction video. Tell us something about yourself, tell us how old you are, how long you've been out, when you realized, or something along those lines. One important thing about the auditions is that we would really love to be able to not only see you, but to be able to hear you. Lately we've been getting a lot of auditions that have people who don't use a microphone to the point where it's very difficult to understand what you're saying, which is very kind of unfortunate because we are a YouTube collaboration, and so we do have things to say and we'd love to hear what you have to say, but we can't do that if you're not using a microphone, and so that's really important. So in order to be really considered, that's kind of a really big thing with at least me. So yeah, we're going to give you guys another week to get videos in for that, and probably next Friday, I guess, we'll announce the new Monday guy. So be prepared for that. Moving on to passing. I have a few things to say about passing. Many of them come from me being really kind of upset and disgruntled about the fact that for the past couple months I've been really attempting to pass as male, and I am consistently hitting a brick wall and I can't figure out why. So if you guys have any reason that you can see other than things that I might name, I would love for your input, because it's getting frustrating, honestly. It's getting really frustrating, and it is like a 20% passing rate with me, and I don't understand why, outside of my voice and the fact that my eyes are fucking huge, which I can't help, so that's not going to change. Here's what I've got to say about passing. Mainly, fuck it. I don't like to say that I try and pass because, honestly, I don't care what society thinks a man is, because that's not my definition of a man. A man doesn't, have to have balls and a dick, obviously, because look around, you've got at least 5 of them straight up right up here on this channel alone. So I don't get it. What people don't understand about passing is the fact that passing is exactly what I just said, fuck it too. Passing is society's definition of what makes a man, and what things a guy has to do in order to be considered a man or male or anything like that, in order to be considered not female. I don't get why society decides to make it such a big deal, but it does. So all you have to do in order to pass is to say fuck it to society's definition of a man and figure out what your own is. And as long as you abide by whatever your definition of a man is, that's fine. That's passing to me. That's all good. So, how do you do that? Okay, so what do you think makes you a man? It's really not that much of a big thing. Like, everybody makes it such a big deal passing because we want to be accepted. But why, in a world where people who are accepted are boring, People who are accepted are boring, you guys. Like, people who just fit into society's molds, they're not themselves. They're forcing themselves into a box so that they become, just people who, they're carbon copies of themselves. Everybody's a fucking carbon copy of some advertisement or something where society says, and the media says, this is what a woman is, this is what a man is, and man's gotta be fucking masculine and angry and, like, misogynistic or something like that. I don't know. Men are just, apparently according to society, men are just sleazebags. And they all have six-packs for some reason. And stuff. But, that's not what a guy is. You can look around and you can find guys that don't at all abide by that. There are guys everywhere who aren't that kind of guy. And there's the same thing with women, You see an advertisement, there aren't any women that actually look like that. That's all fake. So stop listening to society. Honestly, this is the only thing that I have to say. Stop listening to society. Say fuck you to the media. Because they're not who decide who you are. You are. So you decide exactly who and what and when and where and whatever the fuck you want. And live by that. No one else should have an opinion that matters to you. No one outside of yourself. Your opinion of yourself is the only one that matters. Fuck everybody else. Okay. Now that rant is over, I'm not going to talk about what I do in order to pass because of that rant. And honestly, I don't do anything really different than anybody else because my method of passing is I'm just trying to work on accepting myself and being happy with myself. And that is a daily battle. And it is hard and it sucks. And I'm slowly getting better at it. And I think that I think I'm getting better, I guess. That's all the advice that I can give. Is to just be comfortable with who you are. And if you're not comfortable, then figure out what you can do in order to make yourself more comfortable. Because that's all that we're really trying to do, is we're all just trying to be okay with who we are and with our bodies, and because we're not okay with our bodies, it's harder for us to accept. And so we look for these models, and we look for things in the media and society to determine what is different between us and someone who looks like they're happy with themselves. But most of the time, they're probably not happy with themselves, either because, a lot of models, they starve themselves, or they work out too much, or something like that. And that's not fun. None of that's fun. So, don't let that get to you. This has been a really long rant from Wolf. That's all I'm going to say because this is the second time I've recorded it, and I'm trying to keep it under 10 minutes. Don't forget about auditions. Get those in sometime this week. Just send a reply. Same thing as last time. I'll get back to you on Friday. And next week's topic was suggested by Misha, and so we're going to be telling you guys some embarrassing trans stories. So you guys should be prepared because some of these might actually be interesting and funny. I hope all of them will be interesting and funny, but I don't know if I have anything interesting and funny to say. But I'm going to try. I'm going to try my damnedest. Anyways, this has been Friday with Wolf. I'll see you guys next week. I hope that you guys have a great first Halloween weekend and a fantastic Halloween week. And enjoy all of the candy that you'll be eating for the next 2 weeks almost. Don't get any cavities. And be careful at night. Strangers with candy, guys. They've warned us about this since we were like yay high. Okay, cool. See you guys next week.